Hello, welcome to WireMock Cloud Academy. Sometimes there's a need to mock an API dependency that responds with files such as images or PDF documents instead of JSON, XML, or plain text. WireMock Cloud provides the ability to specify base64 body content to meet this need. Today, I will demonstrate how to return images and PDF files using WireMock Cloud. In our first example, we'll return an image. We have a get for the /image/1 endpoint. We'll respond with a status of 200. We'll ensure that the content type is correct with image/PNG. We'll select the base64 binary body type, and then we'll supply the base64 encoded image in the response body. You can generate a base64 string by using a tool such as this example here, base64.guru. We simply supply the file, specify output format of plain text, just the base64 value, ask it to encode the value, and then we copy and paste this string. Take that back into WireMock Cloud and specify that down below in our response body. Now when we use our test requester and we ask for a get on image 1, we'll see our test requester responds back with the encoded data. If we make the same request inside of a browser tab for image 1, we can see that the image that we encoded as base64 is returned successfully by WireMock Cloud. For another example, we'll look at PDF files. In this case, this will be a get on /PDF/1, again, a status of 200. In this instance, the content type is application/PDF. I've gone ahead and base64 encoded the PDF file using the same tool that I showed before. We'll make a request for this one by asking for PDF/1. And now we can see the PDF file is served successfully by WireMock Cloud to our browser. There's two more cases to consider. One is a blended response. Perhaps your application is expecting both JSON and some type of binary file to come back in a single response. In this instance, we would use a content type of application/JSON, and then our body would contain both JSON data, as well as we can see in this image attribute that there is a data field with image/PNG specifying base64, and then again, that same string of the base64 encoded PNG file. Our last example is a multi-part mixed message. We do this by specifying a content type of multi-part mixed, and then a boundary of our choosing. In this case, the boundary will be my_boundary. In the response body, we can specify a text response body. Then using those boundary markers that we denoted in the content type, we can specify the multi-parts. Our first part contains application JSON with the JSON payload. And then we end our boundary, and then we start our second part of the multi-part message. In this case, the content type being our image JPEG. Again, using the base64 encoded image as a string here. And then we end our second part of the message with our boundary statement again. As you've just seen, WireMock Cloud can easily be configured to return file-based responses. Try it yourself with a free forever account at wiremock.io.